It's Tuesday evening and we're going diving again. The weather's cheered up for us. It's looking good. Ready for our Tuesday night?
All ready, waiting to go. Yeah.
Engine's warmed up.
You're going to give me another thrashing?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. You give us a thrashing. Molly.
Afternoon. Afternoon.
Just got Matt.
Oh no.
Slight tangle.
It's like one of those Chinese puzzles. Oh no, that's it. How much pressure do you reckon I got in the tank?
245.
Oh, 150. 250. Oh, there you go, 250.
You knew.
Oh, look at that.
There's our new Corsair de Cirque. She looks nice. She's in the library colours now. It's like got relaunched this morning.
That's pretty, yeah?
Very shiny. So where I've dropped at the moment is just down the side of a reef as it drops off into deeper water. It's actually quite awkward to find the scallops in this sort of seabed because there's really loads of old shells and bits and bobs. But it's great for the small fish. They can hide under the shells. So you see, as I swim along, they scare all the little fish. So here I'm just looking up because there's a big reef in front of me, so just sort of taking bearings which way to swim. Okay, so you see me do this quite a bit in my videos. So starting clockwise, top right hand corner, safety stop. That's telling me I've got to do 3 minutes at 5 meters. My NDL is no decompression limit, which is 16 minutes. PO2 is partial pressure of oxygen. It's a bit technical, you don't really need to know that. Or the CNS, a central nervous system, and it goes up a percentage. All technical stuff. My TTS is my total time to surface, so if I left the bottom right this second it would take me 6 minutes to get back to the surface, and that's including my safety stop. Bottom left hand corner it says air because I'm breathing 21% oxygen, 79% nitrogen. Time is 3 minutes 50, which is the time I've been on the bottom, and 25.1 meters is the depth I'm at the moment. It's interesting you see all these oysters here because we haven't had an oyster fishery for a long time. These are just all the old dead shells. So you get this quite a bit where you just get a scallop just hidden in out of the way of the tide, just in a little sandy piece. Just starting to swim up now because it doesn't look that steep, but it is actually quite steep, this little sandy bank that's coming up the side of the reef. I've gone from sort of 25 metres up to about 20-ish metres by now. I'm going to end up in about 14 metres soon. Just taking my time to film the male spider crabs, looking for a mate. These crabs really are good at climbing. You can see them upside down underneath rocks as well. Back on that horrible seabed again. Oh yeah, I found one. And here's a female spider crab. You can tell by the shorter claws. So as I was swimming by, you sometimes get this. You see rockfish that almost look like they're asleep. You can get quite close to them when they're like this. It doesn't take long though for them to sort of figure out what's going on and make a dash for it. Let them be and carry on. Yeah, far too small that one. We'll put that one back. That's next year's catch. Just giving my reel a couple of turns because as I come up shallower I want to keep my line that goes to the surface tight. If you start getting it a bit baggy, it can start trapping around your valves and stuff like that, which has happened to me a couple of times before, and it's not good. Typically when you're around reefs like this, especially at this depth, around 20 metres, it's been well and truly hammered, so you don't tend to get as many. As you notice, we like to collect bottles, old bottles. Tend to stop and just have a little look. This one's quite nice because it's an exactly clear bottle and it looks like there's like a miniature world inside it, like a little diorama. Pretty cool. And another thing with these bottles, you tend to get tampot blennies living in them with their little eggs, and they're quite vicious. They want you to stay away from their eggs. So I'll leave that back there because a fish will use that as a home. Another issue we get as divers, there's old trawl cables, and this is a trawl cable, so I don't know if someone lost their trawl on this reef or they just dumped it here, but either way these can be quite dangerous if they're in a reef between two reefs and you swim under it, because your line that's going to the surface actually wraps around it. You can get quite far before realising and have to swim all the way back to untangle it. Loads more of these baby fish on the sand. There's a scallop just hidden there. It's big enough. So these are the males that are looking for females. So there's a female under it. Just showing you how big it is. It's a decent sized spider, that one. And people are probably going to think, oh, why don't you take a spider or two? At the moment I'm not going to take any spiders because they have actually come in to breed, so once they've done their breeding for a couple of weeks I'll probably end up starting taking some, just for a feed for myself and the kids. So what I've done is I've decided to follow this trawl cable this time. Just by luck we find another scallop. And you do find bits of fabric or jackets and stuff that probably fallen off the side of boats. It's probably got a story. So what we got there? I think we got Mountain Warehouse, I think. So, not that old. Want to carry on. So where we are now, we're on the top of a reef. You do get like sandy patches on top of a reef. There's another bottle. I can tell it's not old as soon as I touch it because there's like little notches on the bottom, which is a modern way of manufacturing bottles to stop them, to give them a bit of grip when they're on the conveyor belt. There's loads more bottles. Just check everyone. And you can tell it's too new and too clean. There's a starfish, probably 6 or 7 inches across. So this trawl cable is actually split off in 2 directions now, so one of them goes under this rock, and I've decided as I'm getting close to the end of my dive, I think I'll follow the higher one rather than following the one into the deep. So that noise you can hear, that is a boat above our head, fairly close but not close enough to cause us any hassle. Found a little hole here with a shanker inside, or an edible brown crab. I'll leave him be. One thing you do see on these spider crabs, from a long way away you see the white on their claws. It's a big male waiting for a female. So to me this thing sticks out like a sore thumb, so I thought I'd have a little look, see what it is. Turn it over, and it turns out it's a bit of bark off a tree. You just see a little lady crab scurry away. So obviously that's a home for someone, so I'll put it back down. Some sort of red wrasse of some sort. Another shanker. This one was big enough to take easy, but it gets to live another day. The seabed's getting a bit gnarly now. I'm running out of sand to find scallops, and you're not going to find them on the rocks. Just weighing up my options now. I'm looking around to just see, do I go up? So what I've done now is I've started dropping back down again, which isn't ideal in diving. Really, you want to start deep and then end shallow. But I didn't have any other option. It's either come off the top of the reef and go back on the sand, or go back up. And here we go, the same again, of Scallop right in close next to the reef. An old crab pot that's been lost, smashed up, random bits of glass. See, I could tell that one wasn't old. You could tell on the neck it's a crown top, which is a very modern way of finishing the lips on bottles. So that was probably a Grolsch bottle. Someone was out drinking on a boat, having a fish, and boop, over the side. That was an empty shell. That was probably a starfish that had that one. It was only a young one. So this is very typical now. I've come up onto the top of the reef and it's just full of babies everywhere. So if you lay your hand on top of it, the width of my 4 fingers is roughly 4 inches. So there's no point disturbing them if you don't have to. Pointing out all the babies here, which is next year's or the years after stock, so you don't want to take them. Our legal limit for scallops in Guernsey is 10 centimetre or 100 millimetres, or in old currency like I like to work in, it's 4 inches. I'm just saying I can hear the boat above us, which is always a reassuring sign. So I'm in 20.5 metres. I've been down for 24 minutes and 41 seconds. I've got 4 minutes left before I go into decompression, and I'm in the red, so I'm getting close. And total time to surface is 5 minutes, so I better leave. So now I've left the bottom and I'm at 5.4 metres and I'm doing my safety stop. So the top right hand corner you can see is counting down from 3 minutes now. My NDL has gone up to 99 minutes now. And as you see, I've got a 120 bar left, which is half a tank. So a couple of minutes have rolled by now where I've just been hovering around the 5 metre mark, and my safety stop's coming down. 3, 2, 1, and I'm complete now. And I can go to the surface. I take my time, and as always, our rule is you bounce the boff 3 times. It just lets the boatman know that you're imminently coming out, so he can come over to you. Now on the surface, 9 times out of 10 he's seen me bounce and he should be heading towards me. And there he is heading towards me.
52 to beat, John.
Ah, numbers are dreadful. You'll see from the dive footage.
All babies.
Oh, it's quite a lot of smalls.
Let's have a look. So you done alright? It's half a bungo. There, Matt, in the sun. It's in the sun. On the wrong side. Good boatmen always move so the buffs ain't in the. Oh, look at that.
Slightly rippled with a flat underside.
Yeah, try not having your buffs in the sun. When you navigate, you always go that way, then that way, tack across the sun. Stuff gets hidden in that sun. You end up hitting it. But it's glorious seeing the sun anyway. That was inshore fishing, Jason, and he sold it. Yeah, Jason sold it now. What a glorious evening. Big old bubbles coming up.
Wonder where Clive's been today. South coast.
He's heading north, so
apparently if he fell overboard his boat would make it back to the harbour on its own. I don't know if that's a fairy tale, is it?
it's an urban myth.
Urban myth.
It's a maritime myth. See Keeney's buff there. These bubbles are right over there. But you notice when we come up our lines, we always come up near the buffs. Don't come up over there because the boat will end up taking your head off. There is method in our madness. Or health and safety in our madness, I should say. And there we go.
Yeah.
He's bobbing, but he's left.
18:30, there's a yacht race.
Get my bit of rope in.
It's the captain.
I've heard a track of the old famous half-tide out, fully out tide and everything.
Oh, the excuses are coming thick and fast.
Did you beat 58?
58.
58 to beat?
And what was the rest of the scores?
I don't know, I've forgotten how many I had.
38.
What did I have, a
12.
dozen? No, I didn't even, I had 11. How many did Mole have?
38.
38.
20 smalls.
There's a bit of strain on that. Can you feel strain on the winch?
It's all the pots he's picked up. Yeah, that's moving.
Seems to be a bit of weight on there, Mole.
Is that buff moving? Oh, jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish. Now it's sunny, you're going to get a few more of them jellyfish.
There's my coiling.
Look at that. His previous rope on that, until someone put it through the prop. Oh, there's another jelly. Oh yeah, he's beaten 58. The Wheel of Doom. There's 120 there. Let's just. And now we're going to head over to there and try and get Smash Fishing's crab wheel back that he lost. Can't wait. What's your predictions?
136.
Some ladies on that boat. Gonna head over there where that bunker is. I think he was just behind that bunker. A little. We'll go looking there. We got Moley with us today. If he doesn't find it, no one will. What? My guess for Keeney?
Yeah.
130. 111. Not bad numbers, considering he went out and got 1,000 this morning as well.
Well, he's been doing it 50 years, so he should be pretty good at it.
Yeah. Look how close we are.
Yeah, a bit of a salvage mission on the go.
Big time salvage.
Wait for the lift bag.
Body check. All valves off. On.
Just check on my health and take the gear. Woo! Okay. See you in half an hour.
Could be anywhere in this deep kelp. There's a big square of concrete here, not quite sure what that's for. This is the bottom of Havelet wall. Someone's sash weight they've lost. Not quite sure what that is. Aluminium tube of some sort. Bingo.
Where's that? Oh, there you go.
That's the plastic tube he used to put his GoPro on to film his catch. Just to make this salvage a little bit more significant for us, we're going to send it up in the lift bag from the dizzy depth of 4 meters.
comes. Here it comes. Success! And there it is. The elusive crab wheel. Smash fishing crab wheel. We're going to put that on eBay. Guernsey eBay, that's going on. Because he's famous, so we're going to see how much money we get for it. How much do you reckon, Matt, Guernsey eBay?
Oh, you get 5 quid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need at least 7 quid for the air.
Just start getting attacked by yachts.
Sun's just going down beyond the cloud.
Dans le canal avec 79 émetteurs de coups pour la diffusion d'un bulletin météorologique quotidien valable entre la Hague et Bamar. Les grandes urbaines, cheval, canal.
Next year's crop looks good.
God, yeah.
The babies are there, eh? Mo, I think you might have won that one.
Yeah, well,
Lower the
I
flag.
can get them.
Oh, black glass. And there it goes.
I wanted that thing.
Lowering of the flag. And sadly, that's the end of another Tuesday night. We've done our mission now. Me and Matt double teamed it. Smash Fishing's crab wheel back. The good thing is, when it's a north running tide, we know that we're not going to have to walk up a massive gangway to get back onto the fish quay. That's the only good thing about a north running tide. It's a big high tide.
Reverse straight in the
We don't
line.
normally see this. I mean, that thing can't go any higher. You're walking uphill.
That's another Tuesday night dive done. Quite happy. We went out, we looked, we conquered. We also got back Smash Fishing's crab wheel. So we're going to put something on the internet, say we're going to sell it. See what he says. Anyway, thanks for coming along with us again on a Tuesday night. Thanks for joining us again on a Tuesday night dive, and I'll see you on the next tide.